Today's problem is square root of integer. This is on interview bit. So pause the video at this point, go over to interview bit, try this problem, and come back and then we'll walk through the solution. Difficulty level is easy. Success rate is not very high. Number of people who dislike the question is fairly high. I'm not sure why people dislike this question. Usually if the dislikes, the proportion of dislikes is high, I can usually tell why people don't like it. But in this case, I'm not sure why people don't like it. Well, I mean, I have one thought, but anyway, this is asked at Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft. Problem description, given an integer, a, that's the input. If a is not, compute and return the square root of a. If a is not a perfect square, return the floor of the square root of a. Do not use the square root function from standard library. I guess that might be the one reason why people don't like it is, well, I can just call the square root function. Why should I have to write a square root function? All right. Users are expected to solve this in O log A time. All right, so whenever you see, log A, log N, whatever, probably a binary search is involved. Problem constraints. A is between 0 and int max. So that is going to be around 2 billion. Input format. We are given the number A. Output format, return floor of square root of a. Example, 11. Well, the 3 is too small, 4 is too big, so it's going to be 3 for input 1, and also 3 for input 2, because 9 is a perfect square, and we get the 3 there. All right, good. So let's look at how we might do this with a binary search. Actually, there's multiple ways of doing this, but since they've already said, O log A time, one way to do it, of course, is just a loop where you start at 1 and square numbers, going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Keep squaring numbers until you get something that is greater than or equal to A. And if it's equal to A, then that's your answer. If it's greater than A, then you subtract 1. That's your answer. But that's not log of A. That is O of A. What else? We're not allowed to call the square root method. There is a mathematical computation of the square root, but it's not really the expected answer. If they tell you O of log A, it's like somebody wants to see a binary search. Probably nothing wrong with doing a direct computation if you happen to know it. But we're going to do a binary search here. Now if A is 0 or 1, those are edge cases. We don't really have to do any work there. Square root of 0 is 0. Square root of 1 is 1, so we just return it. Now, we're going to do a binary search, all right? For intermediate computations, we use logs, not ints. Now, the final answer will be an int, but the intermediate computations may not be ints. In particular, this one right here on line 16. A can be up to, let's say, 2 billion, all right? Now, first time through here, we're going to compute a midpoint. Actually, high is A over 2. Could be lower than that, but I mean, it's just for sure the square root is not going to be higher than A over 2. So if A is 2 billion, A over 2 is 1 billion. We find the midpoint between 1 and 1 billion is going to be about 500 million. That's going to be mid. And if we square 500 million, it's not going to fit in an int. So we need longs here. Okay? So we've got 1. We've got a over 2. We have an answer initialized to 0, and we're going to do a binary search. Okay? Get the midpoint. If we can square it and it equals a, we're done. Just cast it back to an int and return it. If mid times mid is less than a, let me scoot this over so we can see the whole comment. If mid times mid is less than a, that could be the answer. It could be the floor, but what we're going to do is store it and continue to search the right half for a better answer, that is a higher number that could also be the floor. Okay, sometimes in a binary search you're looking for a target. Sometimes in a binary search you're trying to converge on the answer. So that is, when you find a possible answer, you don't stop because there may be a better answer. Okay, let's see. All right, mid less than a. All right, so store that and then continue searching in the right half of the array. All right. The other possibility is mid times mid is greater than a. So mid is too high. So now we've got to search the left half of the array. All right, so that is going to converge on the square root. We will cast it back to an int and return it. Okay, actually, I feel like I want to do an example here just to kind of illustrate what I mean by a binary search converging on an answer. So let's take the example that they had here of 9. All right, just write it over here so we'll remember it. 9. All right, low is 1, so a is 9. High is a over 2. 9 over 2, integer division. 9 over 2 is 4. Answer is 0. So low less than high. Yes, so mid equals low plus high minus low. High minus low is 3. Over 2 is 1. And add low, so mid is going to be 2. All right, mid times mid. Does mid times mid equal 9? 2 times 2 equal 9? No. Is 2 times 2 less than 9? Yes. So in answer, we're going to store mid, because it could be the floor. Could be the floor. And then low, we're going to set to mid plus 1. So low is now 3. Okay. Still in the while loop, low is less than or equal to high. Mid is low, which is 3, plus high minus low. 4 minus 3, 1 divided by 2 is 0. So 3 plus 0. Mid is now 3. Is mid plus mid equal to a? Yes. Okay, so then we return it right here. But the point is that the first answer that we got is, as far as we know, a possible answer. But we have to keep going until we either find an answer or until the binary search ends and we have converged on the right answer. So let's get rid of some of the notations here, and where is the submit here? My taskbar is like blocking it. So thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, check out the playlist that you should see on your screen. There are more videos there to help level up your interview skills. In the video description and the pinned comment, there's going to be a link to a free coding interview patterns PDF. And if you're doing interviews, you need that. It's free and you can download it right away. All right. That's it for today, and we'll see you next time.